My fellow gamers, welcome back to Fithawkgaming, your go-to spot for everything finals, because that's all we play. So make sure you like and subscribe if you're into the finals. Today we're going over some tips and tricks to improve your game. Add these 5 tips into your arsenal right away, and your game going skyrocket. Now the finals game is exhilarating, bro. It's one of the best experiences in a game that I have had since I was young. For those of you who are playing it, are probably playing it just as much as me and are having tons of fun, but you're just looking for a little bit of an edge. What things can I do since the game just came out that can push me above and beyond, get me past the average player? So now, let's get straight into the tips. Tip number 1. You have to know your controller settings. Have the right controller settings for you. For instance, if you're sniping, you shouldn't be moving around like this. You know what I'm saying? But if you're using an automatic assault rifle, then a little bit of this can help you with tracking, okay? You wanna make sure you have the sprint toggle set the right way so you can slide cancel and do all those things, move around like a dude that has unlimited dashes. You want to know what buttons you're pressing, right? You want to make sure that the most used gadgets are on buttons that are quick, easy for you to press, okay? You want to make sure that your primary shooting, your specialization is in a position where you're not having to take your trigger finger off the trigger to do your specialization. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, small things like that will give you an immense, enormous edge on other players that aren't doing that. Now, if you're looking for a controller setting guide, I do have one. In a previous video, go check it out. It's what I run to make sure that I can still move around kind of like a mouse and keyboard player with controller, and that's sometimes even better. Tip number 2, you want to make sure that you master your class, okay? I know a lot of us, we jump from light to medium to heavy, which is fine, but you want to know how each class works in specific, okay? Because the light is a lot different than the heavy, saying that one frag grenade will kill you, okay? But it's a lot faster, it does a lot of damage, it's a lot of in and out guerrilla warfare tactics, and you can really change the tide of battle knowing what your class can do, right? You want to make sure that, oh, I'm on light, okay, I know I can't take a lot of damage, but I can jump in and get a quick elim, get back with my team, and now it's 3-on-2. As a heavy, you know, you have obviously the C4 hack where you can throw C4 on objects and get instant kills, right? That's like the meta right now. But you want to know that, hey, I'm the heavy, I can be on point, I can use shields, I can play heavy support, but I can also do steals, take steals, hold vaults. I can do things like that as heavy. As medium, you have to realize, you know, you have a few different options. Your major support class, you got recon sensors, right? You can tell people, the team, where people are coming from. Okay, they're pushing here, or they're the other side of the map. Or you got healing beam, right? Use that for the heavy. You just got to know the ins and outs of your classes and your play style with that class, because there's not just one play style for a class. Make sure you master your class and you stick to it. Don't jump on a light and play like you're playing heavy. You're gonna lose, okay? Remember that. That's important. Play to your class's strengths. Tip number 3, and this is crucial. It's map awareness, but it's also awareness in general. And me coming as a light player, I really have to know this map awareness, right? I have to know where people are coming at so I can get flanking positions, okay? I gotta know where people are spawning at. I gotta know where cash outs are at. I gotta know where my team is at, okay? You wanna have awareness at all times, because as a light player, it's very easy to get an elim, very easy to get a pick. But if I'm jumping down and I'm jumping behind 2 guys, the third guy's right behind me, what do you think is gonna happen? I might get a 1-for-1, or I get eliminated. Make sure you just take a quick peek to the left. Oh, the last guy's right there. Now you jump down, get the elim, and you're out, right? You can spawn his body, you can camp his body. Now you got 2 elims, but you want to have map awareness. You want to make sure you know, okay, team's coming from this way, I'm gonna flank this way, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Or as a heavy, you have your things set up so that you know where people are coming from, right? You just always want to have map awareness so you don't get caught with your pants down. It's very important to have awareness in this game, okay? I see a lot of eliminations happen because of lack of awareness. All right, tip number 4, and this is probably this is very essential, okay? Even when you're playing with randoms is hard. I would suggest never playing with randoms, because communication is key in this game. I haven't seen just one guy carry a team, okay? There's guys that have put the team on their back, but I don't think there's anybody in this game that can play 1v the whole map and win. Okay, you have to have communication. If you don't have mics, you're not playing with people you know. At least pings, right? Ping when you see an enemy coming. Ping where they're coming from. At least put something on the map so they know, okay, look this way. So you guys aren't getting bombarded, right? If you have mics, it's better. You can call one. Oh, he's one. Or I got one down. Push, rush. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. One shot. Change the tide. Communication is key in this game because the teamwork is very apparent, very relevant in this game. You can't win without teamwork. Okay, so communication is the next tip, but I would say that even corresponds with play with the team. Find people to play with, get good with them, make sure you guys are able to get on the mic and talk. The last tip that I have for you, tip number 5, is making sure that your loadout is optimized. Okay, no matter what class you're playing, make sure that you know how you want to play and make sure that you are optimized for that type of play style. So for instance, if you're playing a medium and you want to play support, you know, you make sure you take healing beam, right? You want to make sure you're healing the heavy, you're healing the medium. Make sure you take defib so you can get instant revive, right? Make sure you take sensor, what are they called? Sensory grenades, whatever they're called, right? So you can, or recon grenades, I think they're called, I don't know. But so you can see people coming in, right? You're just helping the team, you're playing supportive of the team. Make sure you have a loadout optimized for that. With light, if you're playing straight elim guerrilla warfare tactics, make sure you have cloak, make sure you have the shotgun, the stun gun, the vantage bomb, the smoke, whatever you're using, the breach, right? Make sure you're playing your loadouts to their optimization. I wish I knew how to talk. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I mean, right? You just got to make sure your loadout's optimized to your playstyle. And that's it, guys. That's the 5 tips that I have for you today. Now, trust me, these 5 tips, they seem kind of basic and you should know these tips, but I've seen a lot of people playing and they're not implementing none of these tips. Even some of the people I play with, they're like, oh, I seen your controller setting guide and I had to switch a couple things around and now my movement is way better. Okay, so implement these tips. It's gonna skyrocket your gameplay. Little things like this is what separates the reggies from the sweaties. You know what I mean? Hey, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you next time on Fithawkgaming.